Oh, what's shot the cock, everybody? What's happening? What's happening? All right, so I'm in the Hobo Depot, right? So today I'm working on a Yamaha TRB 6P. I think this is like a 91 or 92. Might be a 90. I haven't checked the numbers yet. But I'm doing the fret right now. I'm just, I got everything taped off because I'm doing steel wool work on the frets. And so when I'm doing steel wool work on the frets, you tape off. I say you tape off. That was funny to me. You tape off all your pickups and your bridges and definitely your controls, because you don't want that steel wool to get into your controls. Make sure everything is covered. You don't ever do that. Put tape in your mouth. I just did that. That's not a good idea. But anyway, so and then you take your steel wool and let's check it out. And then you take your steel wool and you go over your frets and your fretboard and you keep doing it. I'm doing it dry right now. I said dry. I'm doing it dry. I'm doing it dry right now. And so after I do it dry, then I come back and do some more work to it. And then I take some cleaner after I get through with this. Doing this, I take some cleaner and come back and do the frets all over again. And then when once I get through with doing the frets with the dry and the cleaner, then I come back and I put some oil over it. Not no thick oil, just light oil. Put light oil over it, and then go back over it again with steel wool, and that cleans the frets off again. Because if you leave the oil on it, it kind of, while you playing it, it turns your fingers black and stuff. Because it's going against the frets, and then plus you clean the frets with steel wool. So you basically, if you take a rag or something, and well, I don't have a rag now, but if you go like this, you can see the blackness on it, on the finger. You get that. And plus, I'm cleaning the board off, and to some bases, let me put you back over here. To some bases, some people don't clean their boards off, so you have years and years and years of skin and dirt and sweat and somebody else's dirt and somebody else's sweat and other people's skin. You got all that on your fretboard, especially if it's a used bass. That means everybody, they mama done played that bass. You don't know who played that bass. So you get it, and you go through it. You clean it, make sure it's the fretboard. The main thing is to make sure that fretboard is clean, because when your fretboard is clean, it talks differently. Even when you get a new bass, it talks one way, and then after you play it for a while, it talks another way. You don't particularly hear it, but after a while you go like, it don't sound like it used to when I first got it, kind of thing. So what I normally do is when I get a bass in, for recon or whatever the case may be, these are the steps I go through. Everything comes off, all the chrome comes off, all the tuners come off. You go inside I go inside where the preamp is and make sure all the wiring is cold. All that cold solder is hard. You pull on wires and stuff like that. Some wires you have to be real careful about, because if you pull on them too much, you pull them right off. Then you have to solder them back to the circuit board. That's when it gets ugly. But you take, I take all the chrome and stuff off and put it in a bucket. Well, all my chrome stuff, as far as screws and tuners, see that right there? It has holes. It has a hole in it. See, all my screws and tuners and stuff screws and small screws and tuner caps and stuff like that goes in here. Because you don't want to lose those screws. You want to all stay in one place. And then you drop this in the solution with the tuners, and that being another. I had a bucket around here somewhere, but obviously it's not here no more. Well, it is here. I think I took it outside because I cleaned the hobo up this weekend, so it's probably outside. But anyway, and then after I take all the stuff and drop it in solution. It stays in solution for like a day. Be careful with your plastic knobs though, because they turn white. Some of them turn really gray because you take the covering off them. So you don't want to put them in a hard solution. You just want to put them in a light solution to get the old dirt off and the old oil off. Bridges and stuff like that, you know, a lot of people don't understand when you take a bridge off a base and it's green underneath, that means that base been played a lot, and it means that there's a lot of sweat and dirt and other people's skin, your skin underneath that board, and that's sometimes why you getting like noises and stuff like that. So what I usually do, take the bridge off and completely take the bridge apart. All right, completely take it apart and clean it, drop it in solution, and then put it back together. You buff it and then you put it back together. I got a buff machine right there. You can see that? Yeah. When everything is taken apart, you buff the screws, you buff the saddles, you buff the bridge itself, and then put it back on, and then you put everything individually back together, and then you have to intonate everything and make sure everything is cool. But it's like a car. A car drives better when it's clean. I think about it. When you clean stuff, completely clean stuff, it feels better and it sounds better. You know what I'm saying? It talks differently. So that's what I'm doing at Hobo Depot today, folks. Actually, today is Monday. It's supposed to be my day off. Normally on Mondays I do my traveling and stuff. Picking up more work and stuff like that, and visiting folks and stuff like that. You gotta visit folks, man. Visit folks and put hand on, talking and fellowship and stuff like that. That's how you get people. Get them to let them know who you are and you find out who they are. Hand to hand, touching. It ain't combat, it's touching. An agreement. So, you find out who that person really is and you get out and talk to them. A lot of people don't sit down and talk to folks no more. It's like it's all about telephone and texting. But when you really sit down and start talking to folks, man, you're like, man, that guy was really cool. Or, won't be coming back this way again. I'm gonna dust my feet at the door. But anyway, folks, this is what I'm doing at Hobo Depot today. So I got a full schedule to do today. I'm home today. And trying to get a lot of back work caught up. So I can have new work come in. Back work caught up, new work come in. I need to use that as a slogan. Anyway, shine the cock out, folks. I love you guys. Keep on checking out my video. And subscribing. I said subscribing. That was a good word. I'm going to write that down. Cut the camera off. Peace.